Don't know why I hit start recording so silently, but welcome to the podcast. Give me one moment. Move that down. All right, here. So yeah, first charity stream of your charity streams. Excuse me, English if I could. Uh yeah, but we'll get right into it with excuse me. Talk about Jackets versus Flyers, which I don't know why I'm shaking my paper like this. Oh, excuse me. Let's go to Game Center. So, 3-2 Jackets final. Courtier, Olivier, Wersinski, Marchment, Drysdale were your goal scorers. Almost lost that. I almost lost that. But yeah, we're gonna do our usual of reading what some players said of the post media things, you know. So yeah, QR code. You can donate to American Red Cross. Already start American Red Cross around anniversary super outbreak. I know. Do a little earlier this year, but I thought this year would be better to do it all month and stuff just around super outbreak. But you know. Hi, Kitty. It's one of the best games right now. Much been said. Excuse me. There's some good things every night for us. It's pretty cool to watch. Excuse me, Kitty. Kitty, that's good food. Fletcher repeat risky skated through the middle. Whatever. So, what? Did you finish tornado and found Olivier? Oh, right fast obstacle. The goal of a tied. Yeah. 1-1. 44 seconds in. Hi, kitty. You good cat. So. And March made it free wad. That watch what's this game because it's watching for Oilers. So. What? So. Anyways. I think we can move on to Oilers. This is Mammoth. 5-2 win. Whoops. Wrong tab. Lol. Wrong game. Lol. What, Connor? What are you doing, dude?
What are you doing? Don't try to get up there, dummy. Alright? Well, don't be stupid. What's wrong? How could you possibly fit up there? I know before you got up there, but you're up there. Okay?
Cats, man. Anyways, McDavid scores straight twice even, reaches 1,200 points, and Oilers win against Mermouth. The goal scorers were Kerfoot, Roslovic, Savoy, of course, McDavid, Roslovic, and obviously McDavid. I'm empty net. Can't wait for people to call me empty net merchant, but you know. So I'm fortunate to play with some really great players. I think that's the main thing. Hi, buddy. Like David said, obviously, recent milestones are just enough time to reflect. So you're going to have to play with so many great players. Excuse me. I'm the coach. Chris Stockbrook said he's got a great release, but I think it's just so difficult to check, and he's determined to get to the net. So many players are ability to score goals, but they just don't pay a price. And Colin's obviously not afraid to drive to that. We see me look. It's just like, oh my god, she's there for the ad break. I break from the ads. Yeah, honor. Therefore, give a man for 1-0 lead out of 12 of the first period. Also tied at 14-27 of the first period. With a wrist shot for a low circle to beat the goalie. I can't pronounce that name. Wow. This is why I'm not professional. We need to start second games together, last week said. Anyone for us now it's supposed to be about, I mean. Oh, playoffs really start in 16 days, of course you do. Yeah, that's that's wild to say, but this Stanley Cup playoffs are 16 days. Matt Silveri put the Edmonton up 2-1. With short-handed goal, 11-24. He collected his own rebound by the net and fed across ice past Bouchard. Bouchard faked a shot as it popped back to Savoy slot. But his wrist shot snuck through the goalie's pass as he slid across the crease. Wow, I can't even read today. Fortunately, Mammoth tied it 35 seconds later. I mean, honestly, he really doesn't have that much of Oilers one, but you know, it's always nice to have your goal to get a good save percentage. So, at this point, McDavid was 100. Oh, sorry, 1 assist. That's a big difference from his 800 for National Hockey League. So, his 5th 40 goal season. Oh. Except would be Jackets versus Canadians. So, unfortunately, it was a loss to the Canadians. But in the final minutes. Oh, I literally think it foul. Yeah, final minutes. Once again, $50. Okay, I know some of you may be new to all this, but $50. You get a first shoot streams to be determined 100. I would do it cooking. 200 do baking. Your code right there. I had to adjust it for women game. It's fine right now. I just had to whip it all together. Whip it all. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Anyways, yeah. Only Blue Jackets score was Surferson. So yeah, one of unfortunately the Jackets before today's podcast have gone on a losing streak. We'll talk about that more later, but you know, it's just unfortunate. But to keep dropping points this late this season's probably costing a playoff spot. I mean, I think we're in a playoff spot right now. I think we're third. No, we're on wildcard spot. That's right. Not third for Metro. Why am I looking at a schedule when I need standings? Yeah, we are currently 2 points ahead of Ottawa. Unfortunately, Ottawa holds for tiebreaker because tiebreakers are superior point percentage, which, unless it's another COVID year, really doesn't matter. Although we did a play in, even though they really have a tiebreaker for superior point percentage. So for COVID year, sure, that's just a pointless tiebreaker. So yeah, like I said, regulation wins. If the Jackets and Senators were to finish tied, because the Jackets only have 27 regulation wins, where Ottawa has 32. I'm not good at math, but 32 is more than 27. And then Boston will fall to a second wild card if it was like a massive tie, because Boston only has 31 regulation wins. So I'm just trying to talk about this before we go to a first break. Today may be a longer stream because we got a lot to cover, because I'm coming from last Monday to yesterday. So I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but yeah. I should hear the more Jackets drop lots of key points that may keep him out of the playoffs. Yeah, but really, not really much to talk about in this game, unfortunately. And that will be always versus Ducks on a Saturday afternoon. That was annoying because I wanted because I was like, oh hey, maybe Hockey Night in Canada I can stay up for F1 race. It was like, no, we're gonna play at 3 p.m. It's quite comical, if you ask me. But anyways, man, it's something funnier. I'm being sarcastic here. Man, when you're on Discord and people like, oh my gosh. Let me just put my chat or my server icon for notification ping. Ha 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 ha. It's not like I've seen that every year. Anyways, we're about to take our ad break. So I think we tried to rapid talk Ducks versus Oilers. We'll talk about F1 and the problems that it's only race 4. We've already seen the problems, unfortunately, with what we call super clipping and how we speed is 2. Excuse, speed difference is too dangerous. It's dangerous. Too dangerous. Well, yeah, dangerous. You know. Oh, right. We played Vegas first. Maybe we can talk about side A. All right. So, got to write down a prediction for Vegas. Anyways, Otis won in overtime. I believe Bouchard. Yeah, it was a Bouch bomb of game winner. Your goal scorers is Savoy, Stone, which I think it's funny. Mike Stone, like, he's honestly a good hockey player. I never understood why he just like set always gets hurt and then all of a sudden magically is ready for the playoffs. But very close for that loophole of a long-term injury reserve. So I don't think you should miss entire playoffs, but I think if you put a player on long-term injury reserve, you should miss the first round for playoffs. I don't know if that would make the loophole worse because I'm pretty sure Leon Draisaitl's on it. I actually don't know. Yeah, guys, I don't know why this is a question. Is Leon Draisaitl a German on Team Canada? Jeez, I don't know. People Google the dumbest stuff. Yes, and Leon Draisaitl's long-term injury reserve. So I'm not saying they should like not allow them to play playoffs. I'm just saying you should be able to miss a first round if you're placed on long-term injury reserve. Because there used to be this loophole where you could do it. It was just Mike Stone's goal. Remind me of it. Hi, buddy. Can you not climb anything else today, sir? Thank you. Sorry. My cat was being a typical orange cat. But anyways, I'm just trying to stall a little bit before the ad break. So live, I'll talk about the game, but or the VOD, anyways. So Savoy, Stone, McDavid, Stone, Hyman, Barbashev, and Bouchard for your goal scores. Like I said, Mark Stone got 2 goals, so obviously he doesn't need this long term injury reserve shenanigans. Massive kill says over Bucks. It was for it. Excuse me, it's like I said. On Sugar Bomb, not easy, obviously. What? McDavid had a goal and 2 assists. Jaime and Savoy also scored for Oilers, who had won 2 straight. Yeah, they keep forgetting. If we read it, have a time. Is he the window? Oh, sorry, I got distracted by my cat. This would, I believe, this would be a playoff matchup if it's hard today. Help if I could spell. Why, yes, it would be Oilers Knights round 1, but Oilers the whole mice. They played winner of Utah, Anaheim. And the playoffs are today. Then the conference final would probably be Colorado. I don't know. But this is as of April 1st. No fooling. Well, I guess since we haven't played, it's this match 31st. Anyways, we'll talk more about this because I need to go take some allergy meds during this ad break. So we're going to take a short ad break. We're back. So yeah, for the recording sake, we're just going to talk. We'll be back to, excuse me, Twitch in a second. we're looking more at it like we're playing a playoff game. Empty coach Chris Chaplock said, like things matter. Things like attention detail will simplify a good game. It's nice to see. The game's is so poised right now, but everyone seems to doubt it. I mean, once again, 16 days until the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs. Excuse me. Is 16. It's been about us since the Olympics to engage. Former Vegas coach Bruce Cassidy said, which I don't understand why you were hired Tortorella. He hasn't won a cup since 2014. Welcome back, guys. But apparently he's anyways, the Golden Knights are third Pacific above Oilers. It was Mark Stone's first goal since my birthday. Maybe he does need to go long term. He's reserved to score. Unfortunately, we give probably 3 times, but we didn't give up 2 row. Not block said. When we have opportunities to go ahead, especially in penalty. We able to find answer to defensive play. Yeah. All right. Now we can move on to Oilers and Ducks, which was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. And Oilers 1-4-2. Helps if you hit the right thing. Your goal scorers were McDavid, Vlasic, Savoy, Beck, Gifford, and Hyman, and the empty netter. So obviously, McDavid with 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points was first star. That's a quote from a Ducks. I don't care. My confidence is definitely high right now, said Survey, which should be promoted to a top line and show up to fill in the void left by Leon Draisaitl's regular season ending low body injury. It helps me seeing the puck go in. And we lost opportunity right now with some pretty good players, obviously. Really good play by McDavid to give it to Potts Colin. Makes it unbelievable and playing it of nets. I'm just trying to capitalize. There's some good spots. I think we're playing 10 out right now. Closing quick. If it's Ezo, I'll give him easy looks. He says his intensity. Play on, and that's playoff style. Yeah, no. I'm gonna keep. Let me see. Alright, good. So yeah, 4-2 final. Way too close. Like I said, the game winner was the empty net by Hyman. Because the Ducks made it 3-2, 9:41 into the period. So alright. Well, and now we can actually move on to actual motorsports portion of the stream. we'll talk about the Japanese Grand Prix, which I almost got my podium. Well, not really. Right team, wrong driver order. I knew Mercedes was gonna get a double podium, but Kimi won, Lewis second, and Charles Leclerc third. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the big issue facing F1 right now. But first, we actually need to talk about, the race before we talk about the issue, because obviously it's gonna come up when we talk about the race. So, and then we'll go watch some IndyCar highlights. Which actually, give me 1 second. Let me just watch them real quick on YouTube. Just adjust the volume. Okay, there we go. So, anyways, I don't know why I keep saying anyways. Is that like my catchphrase? So, I went to bed before this race ended because I was sleepy and I had to go to church every morning. So, it was lights out and away we go. Piastri storming to the lead. Leclerc went to second. So, Piastri, Lando, Charles, Antonelli, Hamilton. Maybe that's Russell. I can't really tell. It's hard to tell without more of a nose. But based on this, it looks like it was Russell. Yeah, it was. So. Bortoleto had lost 4 spots on the start. Same for Antonelli. George only lost 2. But Piastri, Leclerc, Lawson were big games. The big loser was Hulkenberg on the first lap. Piastri had the lead for a while. And then George was hunting him down. And then the fun part of the racing, but the fun part of the battery, we had a good battle for the lead. Oh man, that Mercedes was just fast. So you can see Antonelli went to take for. I'm sorry, he went to pass, not take the lead. And then Leclerc took fourth. Italian driver versus Italian car. But first, Gimme had third, but 1953 Oscar Pitt came out P6. You can see we're probably going for one stop because there's a hard tires. And here's where the problem, because I missed this because I went to bed. But I can't show you because of the entire video gets blocked. But the closing speed is insane. And stupid dangerous. And then lap 28 we had to restart. Which, let's be real here, Kimmy's gonna probably win this race without a safety car. Because by lap 31 he had a 3-second lead, because right now Mercedes 7 has the best car. And then it was Ferrari versus Ferrari. I close my eyes every time I see that, because sometimes, you know. And Leclerc got the final podium spot. And then Russell got past Hamilton. And then Russell eventually, unfortunately, got past Leclerc. Then Kimmy won. Oscar second. Sorry, Russell finished third and Leclerc third. So Mercedes, McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari. I know we're not calling McLaren Mercedes anymore, but for powered by Mercedes. So yeah, probably. Yeah, was it? No, if we were on the Dallas next time, we would stay for full race because it started at midnight stuff one. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. Good race. And now let's watch some IndyCar highlights. And then we'll talk NASCAR. And then we'll talk more hockey. Then we'll go to feature petition portion, but we gotta watch 30-minute highlights. So. Oh, sorry, 25 minutes. We used to him doing it as Freddy. So, yeah, no, video. Oh, happy Optimus launch day. Does it launch? No, it's a launch. We roll. Anyways, let's just enjoy our highlights together. Decent race, not like the best. I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about. How we had a battle for the win.
Palou cuts across, keeps the lead. Maluka's behind him. Graham Rahal slotting in nicely, and it looks as though everybody is down through turn one cleanly. Small puff of dust as someone runs a touch wide, and Kirkwood going wide 2 by 2.
Yeah, if I were going to first stop the caution, what a puff of dust.
Chance on Graham Rahal, but he got really squirrely on the outside. It'll be Rahal in third, Kirkwood in fourth.
Panning out 3 wide through 2 and 3, and through turn 5. We see Scott Dixon in the middle there, but Kirkwood side by side with Rahal as they head down to turn 8. Rahal will have the inside line going down through
I think I want to say the difference between the difference between F1 and IndyCar. I think F1 needs more medical vehicles, especially after crash from Portoletto. That was that 50G crash.
He's right on board now with Kirkwood thanks to J.M. Bullion.
as he is hunting down Rahal.
I love how fiercely
Like, you can
Rahal
have-
defended third place because Graham Rahal knows he
Excuse
has
me,
a car to win.
multiple
and
doctors
he
on
has
site.
2 sets of the sticker soft tires. I'm also watching Scott Dixon, guys. He looked very racy on the opening lap. Have to see how many positions he has gained since the start. Is up 2. We're on board with him right now.
But Kirkwood on that soft tyre.
Anyways,
As you guys are
it's
saying,
just
needs to
my
make it
thoughts.
work as we sit on board with Scott Dixon, courtesy of PNC Bank, because already
I know
after
F1's
just
safety
one lap, Kirkwood finds
as
himself 2.5
I know F1
seconds
safety is really
behind race
advanced,
leader Alex
but
Palou. If
not
he's gonna
very
make
much.
this
Sorry,
strategy
ADHD,
work,
but I
let
think it
those
could get
tyres work for
better.
him. He has to get up and off and after Alex
Because
Palou.
obviously the 50G crash and police a medical
A
car,
replay here on board with Kirkwood.
and
Graham Rahal
I need to
alongside
actually
us.
look at my
This is
phone
a
and see
little
what
touch.
Through 2 and 3 there, Graham is opening his hands up saying, I don't think so,
turn
John.
that
We're
happened
gonna, We're going
on.
to stay here in P3. You can settle into P4.
Yeah, good luck with the outside line there, kid. I've been doing this a while.
What's interesting about the tire designation that you see here along the side of the pylon, of course, S red, that's the soft tire. H for hard, a little bit harder, a little bit less grip over a 1 lap, but in theory, it's going to last longer over a stint. When you see a mix-up like that, you mentioned it, Will, 12 on one compound, 13 on the other. That tells me nobody actually knows after warm-up what the preferred tire is going to be. I think warm-up provided more questions than answers for a lot of
Anyways,
teams.
Picture in picture, top of your screen, Will Power. We've got an
I
onboard
think Will
with
could
him,
have
expecting
at
him
least
to
got a
make positions
podium
up.
if his
He's
brakes
actually
didn't go on the
down
qualifying.
1 place since the race start.
It's funny how we have Willception for a second. Watch.
You see he's on those harder tires.
Why you turn down volume? I want you to go
A
back.
couple drivers that started on the soft makes it a little bit.
I'm expecting him to make positions
See,
up.
we had a
He's
Willception
actually
for a
down
second.
1 place since the race start.
You see he's on those harder tires. Around a couple drivers that started on the soft makes it a little bit harder to make moves there early on. But up front, it's all Palou, just controlling the pace. Probably
So it was
taking care
Ollie
of those
Berman,
tires, saving a
but
little
seriously,
bit of
I
fuel, but
still
this
think
guy,
that they
David
could have
Malukas,
multiple medical vehicles
really wanting to put pressure on him because again, Malukas on
that I
the
can
soft
get to
tires,
them
Palou on the hard
immediately
tires.
because
What's
I
the
have no
preferred
idea where the
tire?
medical car was
For David
stationed.
Malukas, he knows, as we're
But-
right on board with Verizon right now, that the closer he tries to press early here to Alex Palou, the more downforce he loses on his race cars. The downforce comes off, it puts a priority on the tires to manage the grip as you
Yeah, no.
lose the wing advantage with downforce. So he might want to just sit here right now, get a feel for his balance, and not
I was
press into
speeding
the
curve
dirty
for
air
it.
too much off the back of Alex Palou's car.
So we start the 4th lap here at Barber Motorsports Park. The big winner from the start, Dennis Hauger, the rookie, the reigning Indy Next champion, up 4 places from his grid start of 24th.
Yeah,
The big losers, Pato O'Ward. in
I was
the
rewatching
McLaren.
race to see
He's
how fast
finished
the
in
medical
top 5
car
in every
got
race so
to
far
him.
this year. Started 12th down, 4
But I still
places.
think,
Romain
at least when it
Grosjean,
comes
so fast and
to
aggressive
exit
in
response time,
qualifying,
IndyCar
down 2
has the
places,
best
and Scott
response
McLaughlin
time
ripped
because
up on the inside
they
of
have
the ECR
multiple
there, and McLaughlin
vehicles
takes a place
stationed
and
around
moves
the
up
track,
past
as you
Alexander
saw
Rossi
earlier with
and
this
into
LA
12th.
package.
Rossi though trying to make the move back, looks up the inside, but McLaughlin has it covered.
Talking about Grosjean there, you ran into him, Will. After
I think
warm-up.
Will
One of the
Lucas
things
is
that he
gonna
was confident about
get
was
the
how
first
many sets
Penske
of
win of the
soft tires
season.
he had in good condition to use in this race. He's starting on the hards. He's getting that less preferred tire for him for that car out of
And I
the way
think
early.
Will
And that means
it's
if
gonna
he's
give a
doing
second
restart
injury
where he
win
can
of the
go red,
season.
red,
I almost
red,
said first
soft,
win,
soft,
but
soft to finish this
you know,
race off.
Kirkwood
And
already
the
got
thing
that
told me was that
on
the other
Arlington
set of softs that he
the
has,
streets of
apart from the
Arlington.
brand new set, that by the
Which
regulations,
IndyCar,
every driver
of course,
has
is
to
background.
run
That
today
made my
a new set
Tism
of
go
that soft.
crazy.
Grosjean's other 2 sets, one set has 1 lap on them, the other
So-
set has just 2 laps on them. So pretty much 3 sets of brand new softs for Romain Grosjean, and he told me, I am loving the feel of my car this weekend.
I saw you guys from a distance having that conversation. Grosjean looked so happy, enthusiastic, and just rared up.
Yeah,
ready to go as
Allegra.
Ericsson is under huge pressure from
The Allegra
Lundgaard.
Honda,
Big
which
mover
I
as
take
well.
Allegra.
Lundgaard looks to the outside
I
of
did it
5
before, now I
and
take it.
crosses
Now I
off.
really like Brandon
Gets
because he's
underneath it, almost contact as they come out
Glad
of
that
the
happened.
lovely
They
move
support
done
IndyCar, as you
from
can see.
Lundgaard, sold the dummy high,
So,
took the position low.
Lunge guard making it work on the
Yep.
outside.
like,
doing the
I
over
was
and
like,
under,
oh,
moving
there's
around
just
Ericsson.
giant chunks of debris of
Great
gravel.
move.
Like,
He's been
if you're
quick
gravel,
here in the past.
you can puncture a tire because you're stuck. So,
Already has a podium on the season. Let's take another look at it here.
This was textbook. Fake to the outside and a perfectly timed crossover at the apex.
remember, Ribbons Racing. Anyways,
Newgarden jumps into pit lane and probably just in time because Grosjean was getting very racy and very spicy behind him. Kevin down on pit lane.
So
as you can see, a full tank lasted 15 laps. This was 18 and a half, excuse me, gallons in an IndyCar tank. Remember on iRacing,
So Joseph Newgarden, who started on
the
the
Kenny
soft
Chesney
stop,
car.
makes his first stop. Also of note, the only driver on used softs, Marcus Armstrong.
Like I know it
also
was
just
last
came
year,
in.
but
So
I was
they
surprised to do
lasted
like an
15
IndyCar
laps.
radio
Armstrong's
car
the big
because it's
one
promoting all the
down started
XM
this
channels.
As we look now at the driver.
Excuse me.
Third, Graham Rahal has got ahead.
Like I
David
wouldn't, like I didn't even know there was
What happened there?
Aussie
All
channel.
of a sudden, guys, this
Until
is not
last year's
looking like
High
a red
Race.
race necessarily. Look at the pace
So.
of Palou up front. And the pit
It was
crew
definitely a hard tire
performance
race. I mean,
here
look
is a
at
great
look all
summary,
that
James,
blistering
of the performance that Graham's
Lucas's
seen this
tires.
And you're just looking at second through fifth on the racetrack there, and Graham's been incredible
this season.
And
I
you're
mean-
just looking at second.
Is a great summary, James.
Look how you can tell this track's really hard on your right front. Because look how blistering compared to his right left, his front left, right left, his right left tire.
Of the performance
And
that Graham's
I
seen this
did not
season.
You're just looking at
expect
second through fifth on the
Ray
racetrack
Hall,
there, and Graham's been incredible.
his
The
pit
number
crew to
15
be the
crew
best.
has
He's
been
usually
very,
12
very
through,
good. The fifth, third
or
bank
anyone
machine
at
Graham
Penske.
Rahal. This is how he got around David Malukas down into turn
So.
5. He's motoring right now.
So where is the red advantage that we were suggested before the start? Newgarden's already pitted from the reds. Palou looks unstoppable, frankly. Almost a 5-second gap on the hard black tire up ahead.
Malukas must have made a
The harder
mistake.
tires
His last lap
obviously
was
the
a
way to go.
1
Gas
minute
red one
11.0
stint
Rahal, a 109.3.
on the
We
reds.
sit back on board with David Malukas now. Started on the front row, P2, now sits P3.
Unless it's street course,
As we
we
come
got
to the
run
battle
2
between
stints on
Santino
red.
Ferrucci and Romain Grosjean, who gets very
But,
close to the back.
And these two have history. They have swerved at each other in practice sessions. There is absolutely
Who doesn't
no
Ferrucci
love
have
lost
history
between these two
with?
drivers as Grosjean looks up the inside.
Santino has it covered for now. And only for now, because Grosjean has the bit between his teeth. He's been so racy this weekend. We pull back to Kirkwood and Malukas, and it's incredibly tight between them once again on the rise up the hill. Sitting on board with the championship leader. Needs to make his move and make it fast.
Yeah, no.
He's trying, but I even heard a slight lift going into turn 5 there. Almost like he's got to try to save a little bit of fuel, but just before this,
No, I thought he
down
wants to run
into
out of
turn
gas.
17, Kirkwood had a solid
But
lift on the
anyways,
inside of
like I
Malukas.
said, I
They
still
go
think
through that
Lucas is
16
going to be the
section. He
first
just kinda
driver
carried the
to get a
momentum wide, trying to
Penske
get it done, but
W.
Malukas giving him just enough room, but shutting the door. Great driving from both.
Looked a lot like the move that Kirkwood put on.
I just think
Palou
he
at
still needs to get
Arlington.
used. I
In
think
this
he
case,
needs to get
David
used to the
Malukas
car
saying
because that was
it's not
obviously
gonna
the
be
first
that easy.
permanent
My
road
friend
course
Kirkwood
race of the
wisely backing
season.
out before contact.
We got
I tell
street
you what,
course
that's the final
or
stint.
road
Podium
course. Yeah,
position.
street course,
I
oval,
don't think
street
Kirkwood
course.
backs out of that one. I think you go elbows out,
So-
door to door, a little bit of wheel banging. It's happened there before.
And I think Malukas closes the door a little earlier if it's the last lap.
Lap 25, which is
Graham
funny of
Rahal has just
24.
come in to make his stop. A set of new soft tyres going on. James, you already mentioned it. It takes a team, and this 15 crew have been the fastest on pit lane. It looked like a pretty smooth stop. Not the fastest, but very good.
What about this for a 5-way fight? Santino Ferrucci on cold tires.
That's
holding his
wild
own.
that
Got
even
the
a
temperature a little
7.9
bit over
second
the
stop
one lap,
got
and that is
got
Scott
Graham a
McLaughlin
podium
behind
later
the man
on.
who was fastest in
Ah,
first
yes,
practice.
Vitaly
Had a
Helly.
horrible crash down in turn 1 in practice 2 yesterday. That car rebuilt.
Yeah,
Scott
I
McLaughlin
forgot to share about
rejuvenated
crash. It was
and
just weird. We'll show it
raring
after
to go.
we watch the highlights.
Up to P14.
Then we'll talk some
Behind
NASCAR,
it,
and
right
then we'll
behind
talk
that battle, you see Pato O'Ward
yesterday's
making a move
hockey.
there on Alex Rossi, getting that done.
Man, look at all the marbles.
Into
I can
16.
guarantee you, if we did not go caution
But
free, they
Ferrucci
would
doing
have
a great
put
job keeping Scotty Mack behind him.
a
You see
track
Swift's car,
sweeper
it's
on
just
to sweep
positioning
it.
a little bit to the left or to the right of Ferrucci, trying to get some
So.
clean air on that front wing. This is going to be a great opportunity.
McLaughlin on the soft tyre, Ferrucci's on the hards. McLaughlin should have the pace advantage. Slides to the inside. Ferrucci too late to even think about closing the door, and that's another position for Scott McLaughlin.
Not quite yet as Ferrucci decides to challenge to the outside, but he'll really have no advantage as the The line on the inside.
Man, if
is
Ferrucci
the
could drive
only
like
one
that,
is in
I would
front.
expect him more. He needs to drive more like that. He gave McLaughlin plenty of room. I still think half a car length is plenty of room. F1 drivers will be like, oh my god, you're gonna give me full car length. It's definitely easier said than done.
The Odyssey battery machine, that's the backup machine after that monumental accident earlier this weekend.
P2 and P3, Lundgaard and Power are on pit lane, which means that only Alex Palou, out of the entire field, the man who started from pole, the only driver yet to
I wonder if
stop.
Scott Dixon taught him how to save gas.
Moments ago, this man, Rinus VeeKay, had a spin down at turn 5.
Because Dixon really seems, I should say,
because he got
Palou.
himself back up and running quick enough.
Because Dixon and Palou seem really good at saving gas.
Weekend on a track that he normally loves. Oh, it wasn't a spin, it was contact.
Did they touch?
Even it looks like they may have touched, but you know, Rossi there on the outside giving him plenty of room. It looks like Rinus just getting it a little bit hot.
I think Rinus got onto the apex curb potentially. We see
Well, his Pal's like, thank you very much.
avoiding the drama there to the inside.
And behind,
So-
here we go. There's a lunge there. That's Stingray Robb on Mick Schumacher side by side. Just really
That
pushing
might
my
be
sorry.
Hauger.
That's Hauger. I take that back.
It's a nice move from Dennis Hauger. The two rookies fighting it out on track.
26 laps to
Alex
go.
Palou is on pit lane. Georgia, what tires is he going to take?
Alex Palou on pit lane, and this is total curveball from what we thought was going to happen at the beginning of the weekend. Alex Palou is going to go from a set of used tires to another set.
It's
of
interesting
lightly
that even
used
the
tires. It's such a curveball.
traffic guy, which is usually right front, wears a yellow helmet. I've seen other teams use different helmets so they can find their box
And
easier.
out alongside Mick Schumacher. No delay there. They go across the line together.
Like,
And
I would give him a
Schumacher,
red
edges
helmet
him
because, you
over
know, the
onto
show of
road.
red.
Doesn't have to. Will not give way to him.
That's that fight to stay on the lead lap that we were talking about. And Schumacher's on the soft, so he's going to have better fire up here. He could make a move
Pallou's
down
like,
into
no,
10.
no,
If
no.
Schumacher's got issues though with Louis Foster making a move there in the 45 to the outside, and Foster might have a challenge for
So-
Alex Palou.
Right now, his teammate might be the saving
Because
grace.
F1 and
He
IndyCar
could get
use the
past
same
Alex Palou, Louis
earpieces
Foster.
that calculate G, so
Trying
obviously
to
the
get
metal
back
car
on the lead
was
lap, so
deployed.
is Schumacher.
Guys, the
when
other thing
Berman's
that dissipates
car
is
hit
versus
50
Lundgaard.
Gs.
The more that Palou's got to
So-
drive defensively and be slow on this outlap, the more
Thankfully,
he's
he
gonna
didn't
be
get
able
concussion.
to pull out in front as Graham Rahal now has dived into the pits, Jack.
He has, James. They're going to put on a new set of hard tyres. Graham has been absolutely flying this weekend. He's had multiple podiums at this
Man, I really,
racetrack
I'm happy he got a podium, but I was really hoping he could be second.
Fastest team on pit lane this season. Big deal that Graham Rahal has brand
Fuck
new
Rahal.
hards. He has peak
I
performance.
grew up watching him. I
24 laps to
think
go
like
here. Graham looking good.
him
I agree
and
with you,
Will-
James Palou, a
well,
little bit
actually,
hung up
not-
there,
like him,
and that's gonna
Will,
affect his
Dixon.
battle with Lundgaard. It was what, 3.5 seconds before all of this went down.
It's going to be close, guys. We reckon it's about
Well, there's a lot of
28
drivers.
seconds. Time lost to pit.
Well,
Right
so
now,
since I started
Lundgaard
watching IndyCar,
27
and IndyCar's my
seconds
favorite
ahead
racing
of
series.
Palou.
But anyways,
Lundgaard has turned up the wick and dropped the lap times into the 1 minute lines.
I really think Lundgaard could have had a shot winning this race if his pit crew didn't pull in and ready on him. So you can see the tires are blistering, so obviously the
They got
hards.
fuel in reserve for Alex Palou, such as when he pit. That's not the right graphic there. You see his teammate pulling out of the way for him, trying to help out. That's some great teamwork there. Paddle
Right.
Award falling on the sword a little bit for his teammate.
Last lap for Lundgaard was at 1:10.2, so the pace continues.
But you can see it's
to look
only for
strong
right
here.
front,
He's got to come in soon, though, because that's gone down a tenth, maybe 2
which
tenths. As
means
soon as Palou gets heat in
it
those
was just
tires,
trying to
those
very hard to
fresh
right front,
tires.
Oh, but
honestly.
Palou's in traffic. Alex Palou is really going to have a
Um,
challenge here as he comes up on another lap car.
And once again, just to remind you,
Like I
Palou
said,
for
I
Austin is on the
think
hard tyre and a
if
used
we got a
set
caution,
of
they
the
will
hards.
put out
Graham
track
Rahal is
sweepers
on a brand new set of the hards. The critical thing
and
is what will
clean up
Lundgaard
marbles, which
go
hopefully
on to?
gives us a
Dennis
second
Hauger,
line.
the rookie, ahead of Palou, just at a 1:10.9. Can Palou get by? No, that's going to kill his lap time.
And something is funny about my
Quickly
brake
on
marker
this
fell
lap.
over.
Hauger has a good exit and will fight as you
So-
are able to in IndyCar to stay on that lead lap. He does not have to let the four-time champion through. They go through side by side, and all of this is costing Palou time.
And now you see that gap.
In the end, and it cost him too much time. But like I said, I think we could have had a good fight for the win if we didn't see McLaren pull Andretti for pit stop.
And now Palou's got some clean air, but his damage been done.
Oh, bold move, but it pays off for him. Kirkwood is on pit lane. Lundgaard stays out and again drops into the 1-minute 9s. Lundgaard is pushing for all he's worth to take advantage of the traffic that Palou is having to fight through. We have got a race here in Alabama. Championship leader in pit lane.
Christian Lundgaard has been having to get around, I believe it was Scott McLaughlin on the
I just find it interesting that the pit stop first pit stop race was not by Andretti.
And Stingray has been doing
I can't even tell you how many times that pit stop cost Colton a win when he was still with Andretti. So
still has to stop for his final time
on used tires. Christian Lundgaard is now the fastest driver on track.
He should come in now.
He does come in now. Right now, in comes Christian Lundgaard.
And here comes the bobble.
Will it be soft? This the question. The answer of which could determine this race, Jack.
Thanks, Will. And he is going to go with the new hard. He stretched that last stint, so this should be a pretty short fuel. Oh, no, he's on a mission on pit lane.
Rear right was not on.
it's a good thing they caught it before they sent him out, because that'll end his race.
That is as good as race over for Christian Lundgaard.
So
17.8 seconds. And all that work undone in a moment.
I mean, he still got a podium, but I'd rather get a podium than
He comes out ahead of Graham Rahal.
DNF because I lost a tire. So just for Sackett, let's potentially race in Sackett, even though he's being last.
Graham got him on the hot tires with that massive delay coming out of turn 2 and 3. Graham was able to get on the power before they even got to turn 5, and Rahal now up to P2. Really different lines on entry to turn 16 there for the 15 and the 7. Lundgaard able to stay way tighter. Graham swinging out wide, arcing that entry in. But that's giving Christian some clean air on that front wing.
That's making NASCAR prediction, but hey, Chase only won, so I didn't jinx him this time.
A good exit out of here is necessary, crucial.
Oh, wow.
For a pass attempt. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a great line out. It's a great launch right on the back of Graham Rahal now. On the button. Has a look up the inside, but Rahal defends again and defends brilliantly from Christian Lundgaard. But
I just think Graham used, obviously Graham used too much push to pass.
Lundgaard pops up and has a look underneath, but Rahal again is wise.
Oh, that's a dicey spot to try to make a move. I'm so impressed that Graham Rahal
because you can use push to pass as a defense, but unfortunately,
on occasion for those big
Graham used too much. I don't know if he was. I don't know what his fuel situation was, so I don't know if he wasn't allowed to use it, because if he did, because he was possibly using it and running out of gas, because you burn more fuel, obviously, with horsepower boost. Graham had 22 seconds, Lundgaard had 43.
That 20-second gap, but that was a 30-second differential. So basically, in that last lap, Graham Rahal burned only 10. Lundgaard burned 20. So Graham doing a great job of protecting, but he is way wide, giving Christian so much air.
This is his best shot right here, maybe.
Man, it just stunk that Lundgaard, we could have had 4 races, 4 wins for races if Lundgaard's pit crew didn't Andretti it.
Number 12, Malukas still 100 seconds left. Was about half a second quicker as you see him on the chase. And again, lap car.
With 100 seconds left, I wonder if Lucas was having fuel mileage issues.
For second place. With 4 to go, I'm astonished that Malukas isn't using the push to pass to catch the guys ahead. Perhaps there's an issue either with his push to pass or with our sensor. Maybe not, as it now starts to deplete, but certainly he's left it late.
That's a good point, though, because Malukas pitted on lap 66, whereas Lundgaard pitted on 69. So Lundgaard's got more fuel to burn. Rahal pitted on 66, so he's got to be a little careful with his mileage to make sure he can get to the line.
Well, here we go. 3 to go. Lundgaard could and arguably should have been fighting for the victory today. An error on pit lane ultimately.
Yeah, seriously, that error on pit lane really put a damper in the fight for the win. It was hello.
Over the hill and down into the braking zone. Can Rahal defend it this time? He cannot. Lundgaard is up and on the inside. Lundgaard takes second place from Graham Rahal. And
at least Graham still got podium out of this, but
experienced driver ultimately comes to naught. Lundgaard is through, but Rahal hangs on to the podium place as David Malukas looms large in his mirrors.
And now Graham Rahal's got a problem because David Malukas is on the button. Rahal 12 seconds left, Malukas 92 and coming.
They say you have to be impartial in this job, but there is a huge part of me that wants Graham Rahal to hang on to this podium today for his kids. I just, having seen him say that and listened to him, as you know, as a parent yourself, your heart, it would break.
And another
yeah,
thing
look
to
at
remember,
rubber. That's accumulated on the car. That's insane.
Second. Neither of those tracks celebrate a podium, just the winner. Graham hasn't actually stood on the podium for his last 2 podium
and
finishes.
It's going to be tough here. He is squirming his race car, and Malukas looks right on form. Graham really struggling with the back end of that 5th, 3rd car.
Graham Rahal
into mix 1 to defend.
With his heart in his mouth.
Well, he's got to save a little bit of juice for that last run into turn 5. He's just got to go defensive here without using push to pass.
Well, that's maybe Lucas Falk. He wasn't going to
catch. I'm not sure he can even spend
but
it
you
all
know.
by the time we get to the checker.
He can't.
This is all going to be about car placement. Graham's been doing this a long time. 312 starts.
And Lucas is learning still about the Penske
Graham is trying everything over the hill.
Race and Penske car. I don't know what percentage is on Penske.
In the lower half of your screen.
So
Graham Rahal has just 2.3 miles to hang on to the podium. Malukas is hunting him down. Rahal will use all of his experience, all his know-how, make his car as wide as humanly possible.
Yeah, no. I'm the best race, but it's still a good race.
Seconds remaining.
I think it's such a race.
At
least in my
Does
opinion.
he have enough? Can he hang on? Graham closes it down.
So,
Malukas can find
6-7.
no way through at 5.
One major hurdle pass for Rahal. He's got 7 seconds left. He's going to use it now down into turn 7 and 8. He may have just done enough, T-Bone.
I think it's amazing what Graham Rahal's done in turn 2 and turn 5, running the outside line and hanging on with a gap.
I have no shame in saying I'm rooting for Graham Rahal to hang on to this one today. In the top part of your screen, though, Alex Palou. 3/4 of his victories in IndyCar have come on road courses. He is a master of this type of circuit. He wins again today. It's win 21 for Alex Palou. And look at the top of your screen. Graham Rahal is hanging on. Christian Lundgaard will come home second. And Graham Rahal will return
Good job.
to the podium.
P3, well done, dude. Way to hang in there.
Kind of weird. They showed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just hilarious. He just got absolutely blasted in the face by confetti. Remind me of Chick Hicks. Easy with the confetti.
After a race, in particular on a course like this, to be able to leap out of his cockpit like a jack in a box. Georgia, though, if she can get a word in edgewise as he celebrates with the team, is standing by to talk to our race winner, Alex Palou.
And rightfully so, celebrating with this team 21 times now in the NTT IndyCar Series. So it's high fives and hugs and congratulations all around.
The other side, right? This side. Okay. Good. Sorry.
Alex, you told me today that this was one of the best race cars you've ever driven. So how fitting and rewarding is it to end right here in Victory Lane?
Incredible day for the 10 DHL Honda car. Yeah, I told you qualifying was one of the best car balances I've ever drove. Today in the race, it was really good at the beginning, really good at the end, but we suffered a little bit on the used blacks that we had to use. It was just a decision we took on strategy, but yeah, incredible, another win here. Love this place, love the fans. been a great day.
How surprising and unconventional was it for you to go from a set of used hard tires to another set?
Yeah, that normally never happens. It was just we thought it was going to be a soft tire race when we started the weekend, so we kind of used our hard tires a little bit more than usual. But then this morning we took the decision to go on more of a hard race. So yeah, we didn't have left good tires. So anyway, good day for us. Another win, and couldn't be happier right now.
Win 2 of the season for Alex Palou and the DHL Honda team.
So yeah, no. Don't ask what that laugh was, but excuse me.
Some other.
So here's for a weird thing I haven't practiced well. What's up for Air Force Museum?
Great stories here, Will. Renus VK.
Oh, big one, huge. That's Scott McLaughlin, and he's gone through the fence. Oh, huge. That's Scott McLaughlin, and he's gone through the.
VK.
Oh, big one, huge. That's Scott McLaughlin, and he's gone through the.
Did I hear an F-bomb drop there? So
Through the fence.
So weird, man.
Yeah, probably touched the grass.
That's turn 1.
Great to hear his voice. He has punched through the bottom of the catch fence and displaced the retention cables.
God damn it, I'm sorry.
That's a horrible incident. That's horrible.
That's going to be a lengthy cleanup with 3:20 to go in this series. I can't see us restarting.
No.
I've never seen anything quite like that. We talk about turn 1 being so quick. It's just a touch of the brake, a quick downshift.
Red and checker, and for good reason. Scott McLaughlin through the tire wall, I think over the tire wall, and through the fence here at Barber Motorsport Park. A scary incident for the driver of the number 3. He's radioed back to say he's okay. The AMR safety team, as always, and we are so grateful for them on the scene and attending to the driver. They really are an incredible group, and we are grateful to have them at every racetrack with us.
So interesting to see the car penetrate through the tire stack, punch through the bottom of the chain link. James, I don't know that there's an actual wall there. And the reason I bring all this up is I'm optimistic that maybe the damage to the car, it's going to be torn up, but it might not be totally destroyed, as Scotty Mack.
Spoiler, it was totally destroyed.
Under his own power, with assistance from the AMR team, gives a little jump. That's great to see.
He's over the wall.
Yeah, he's gone over. He's gone over.
That's what it is. He's gone over the wall and kind of met where the fence meets the top of the wall. So
he's
right, the car doesn't look that bad.
It's actually a good thing for the energy to be sort of dissipated gently, but he's above the Armco and below the chain link.
I think it's funny that they don't drive on streets, you ever stop Michigan license
a better
plates.
shot of that as to whether the fencing comes all the way down or whether it starts a little higher. But he seems to have penetrated precisely where that tire barrier. There's the Armco behind him. And he seems to have penetrated precisely where the Armco stops and the fence begins.
And I got to say, guys, as someone that's backed into a wall or two in my day, that's actually having that extra couple feet to slow it down.
Oh, he lost it early. He dropped the right side into the grass.
He said on the radio, touch the grass on entry, hits the gravel as it's.
See, kids, this is why sometimes touching grass is bad.
Oh my goodness. The second bit of gravel, this darker gravel, it's almost elevated a bit.
Watch the onboard and watch where he places his right tires on the entry to the corner. Right
So this
here.
was so weird.
Yeah.
And then obviously onboard camera was
And the camera
destroyed.
cut off because it was sheared off the top of the roll bar, I think, by that retention cable. That's got to be 150 mile an hour impact into the tire stack.
Certainly 150 mile an hour at turn in.
I think they're more like 170 there as they
hits
turn
the
in.
grass, and then the tires actually just angle again slightly up. But guys, at the end of the day, all of this equipment absolutely did its job. It slowed the car down.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It slowed the car down, allowed Scott to walk away from a horrible.
That's supposed to be like the
impact,
camera
horrible
F1
incident
uses
down
for
here at
crashes. I don't think it's
turn
good if that camera
Yeah, we
went
have
out.
Scott McLaughlin. He's out of the IndyCar medical unit. He saw the
So-
replay, said it looked worse than it actually was. But I mean, what was that?
Anyways, we're gonna talk about the NASCAR race, and then we'll talk a little more. Excuse me. Then we'll go on to feature predictions portion. So. So yeah, anyways, Chase won. Denny Hamlin won the first two stages, but Chase won where it mattered. So first win of 26. Denny Hamlin had the fastest lap, so Denny Hamlin got a bonus point. So I gotta watch entire video. But excuse me. Yeah, watch some highlights from Martinsville race.
Remember Hocevar to the rear for alternator
Oh, wrong
trouble.
race. No. $27.23.
Martinsville Speedway, here to give the command to fire engines. Please welcome current and two-time NASCAR U-Series champion and professional cookout shake tester, Rue Reeves.
Drivers, start your engines!
Anyway.
some Shane Van Gisbergen radio.
All right, fellas. Appreciate all the effort all weekend. A lot of work went into getting here. Qualifying effort. Let's keep it here all day. Shane, let us know what you need. Take care of this thing all day. We'll be there.
Well, Shane's done really good. Crew chief on the radio right there. They seem pretty confident.
This is qualifying.
Yeah.
Starting out better pits.
I love Hamlin. Row, the starting line, and we're racing in Martinsville.
Wow, lots of yapping just before we get to the first lap. That's insane. It's a weird way to edit your video.
Not surprising. Same thing we were talking about earlier with Chase Elliott not looking quite as good as he did yesterday. Denny Hamlin's getting frustrated right here with John.
Excuse me. That's just short track racing, bud. As you said.
Stenhouse trying to get back on the lead lap there, and more traffic inside. That is for the
So.
lead. That is William Byron. That's not traffic. That's the new leader.
Yeah, he was frustrated for a reason. He couldn't get around Nemechek and open the door up for Byron to slip by them both.
Hamlin got up against his back bumper and had nowhere to go. Couldn't break out to the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Now he's tracked down William Byron.
And that right there is exactly what you see Denny Hamlin up the racetrack. That's the thing that I was never able.
So we'll await word from NASCAR.
Up 7 spots now.
6-7.
He is rolling both RFK cars. His teammate
Trouble! Let you see for
Caution, guys.
art and yellow.
3 to go in the stage.
Guessing Cody wear a spun based on camera.
As to the cause.
I'm supposed to resist because I was watching MotoGP.
Racing hard. You see the leader, Denny Hamlin.
I mean, I went to watch.
This chain reaction. See Nemechek up here into 42.
Yeah.
7 gets into him. 42 gets into the 50.
Oh yeah, it's obvious caution. You can't just.
That's what happens.
Going.
Close to the end of the stage.
You just gotta throw up a caution for that.
Cody Ware goes 2 laps down.
So Denny Hamlin, as you heard, won stages 1 and 2.
Like what you said there, and I think you're
So.
right. The good news is we're not bad. Strong on that outside though, Kevin. Keep an eye on it. Caution.
Sir, you can't park there.
Off the front bumper of AJ Allmendinger.
Oh man.
Caution of the day.
You can run this host.
Let's see what happens.
Him all at front, but I
Probably gonna snooze with ad breaks.
A lot better job.
yeah.
6 laps earlier, and we're back to green.
Excuse me.
Right there. Let that
I mean, that's a teammate. Teammates in there.
early. Sneaks to the inside.
Position up there, and
And last lap
has
of the
moved
stage.
up into the points. Into the top 10 here as we're coming to 1 to go in stage 2.
Like I said, Denny Hamlin won both.
Final lap in this stage, and it has been all Denny Hamlin for the first 2 stages
So.
of this race so far.
Dominant. Have to start thinking about keeping up with the racetrack, Kevin.
Lap just to get to Chase Elliott, let alone pass him.
We got some
Point lead.
Difference, and you know this as well.
Chastain's leaving a little room.
opportunity. Work hard here.
This looks like it was a winning move. It's not
Yeah,
very
I think
deep
as
into
fast
the
as that Hamlin
race.
car is, you got to work hard with not only your race car, but
Coming out and the lead.
It's a parking lot.
Chase, when Bubba Wallace gave Carson Hocevar a rocket shot going
Okay.
into turn.
See, this is sometimes where I have a problem with Bubba Wallace. He lets his anger drive sometimes rather than his head. And as you see, it causes crashes like that. So anyways,
Turn number 3.
Two
Have a
laps
look
in a
here.
row. Watch this. Bubba Wallace, here we go, guys. And you were all over it. Mike, go ahead. Take it.
Well,
You saw it.
I mean, he was obviously frustrated with House of Var, but causing a big wreck like that, it's just
That's one.
stupid.
Telling you what, there's got to be more to that story. Because that right there,
That took about a quarter of the field.
well, I mean, Bubba Wallace just drove flat through the 77 cars.
If I was NASCAR official, I'll park Bob Wallace for that. That's just
There was
stupid.
something that happened before that for that type of aggression.
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose.
He was mad.
Yeah.
So,
I see him pull down the block right there.
just from Kosowski's on board.
You see him just throttle up right there and just drive through it.
That wasn't a big enough block to warrant that, though. There's more to that.
So, like I said, I like Bubba, but sometimes he does stupid crap like that.
Bubba Wallace.
Keep coming straight through the middle.
Ended his day.
Done. Right front's killed.
Although
Oh, he did his own day, so it's probably why he didn't get it parked.
Well, he was off
that stack up.
So,
This is exactly what I need.
here's how Chase won for race.
Get clear of him.
Because I was watching for Red's game.
Hamlin comes in low. He's within 2 car lengths. Elliott slips
So,
away.
Yeah, that pretty much put Elliott in a position to where unless something crazy happens, he's got the gap.
because since it's no longer FanDuel, I rarely get to watch Reds games now. Which sucks, but it is what it is.
He's got a gap to Michael McDowell in front of him. And it's the 48 behind, going up high and out of the way.
Well, let's go up to my career. I don't want bank.
Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
As they do every
Wait, you
year,
got paid for
finds
saying that.
a way to put themselves in a position to win. And today
But-
it was Alan Gustafson. with
Yeah, we're
that
just gonna
pit
watch
stop.
for end of this, and then we're gonna take our ad break, and then we're gonna do our final 2 gap games, and then excuse me. Well,
22nd career win, rather. Winning Martinsville for Alan Gustafson and Rick Hendrick and
You know.
Chevrolet.
do a future predictions portion. So yeah, I will see you guys in a few minutes.
Canned vegetables for 59 cents each. Plus, buy 5 and save $5 or more.
All right, we're back, and now we gotta talk about the frustrating game last night with Blue Jackets. Definitely not. I don't know. I don't think it was a good idea to challenge like go to interference. Well, let's go to interference. I just don't get it. I don't really think Jet Grease was interfered with. To be honest, there was contact with his glove, but oh, okay. Apparently they missed a slew foot, which doesn't surprise me. So Zach was asked about the play last night. The glove to face is one thing. He kind of slew-footed me. He kicked the legs out from under me. I think that's a dirty play. I'm not a fan of that. Ref came up to me and was like, I watched the replay after, yeah, it's a slew for, of course. I shall call it a penalty. But it's too late at that point. And Aho's not a dirty player, but, you know. It's just insane. I need to pull up Jackets power play stats. I don't think they got any power play goals last night. So I'm just saying they sure. I think what cost them the win was that missed goal to interference. I don't understand why they challenged it. Yeah, there was contact with Jet, but the goal went in like a second after. So honestly, I don't think Jet was interfered with at that point. So oh my god, Ron Brittamore, such an annoying asshole. Clearly, penalty killing gets the issue. Got cleaned up. It's just cost us a couple of games. 5-5, we're thrilled for playing. Blue Jackets coach Rick Bowness said, "Our goalie made some big saves right time, but again, the effort was fair. The guys to put it in, it all out, and that's what we asked for. We'll live and die, but aggressive. We'll live and die with effort. It is go away tonight, and I honestly do not understand if I go in for a goalie interference challenge." Let's see if I can find a video of it. Yeah, hopefully Angels doesn't get upsetty spaghetti if I show it. There was slight glove contact, but I don't think it's enough to say, hey, that's a goal interference. Let's see if I can find I mean, yeah, like he honestly was touched, but like I said, I don't think it was enough contact to warrant a challenge. And then, like Bonus said, penalty killing was an issue, and that obviously cost them the game. So seeing if I can find that play, because it was like I said, it was contact, but not enough, I think, to warrant a challenge. I just like to know what video coach was watching. They obviously guys have a box, but it not challenging play that doesn't need to be challenged obviously doesn't help, because yeah, well, we might not know. Delay of game penalties happen when you challenge when you lose a challenge. We challenge a challenge. So yeah, I don't think I'm able to find video of it, but anyways, yeah, not a good game for the Jackets. But and now finally we can talk Oilers, which Connor Ingram got a birthday shout out. What a good birthday present himself. Didn't think it was gonna be a shout out. The goal scorers were Max Jones, Kaspinen, and McDavid in the empty netter for his 43rd of the season. Maybe at that bounce on peak. Connor Ingram said, "For more you play, basically, he's going to get," said Ingram. Celebrated his 29th birthday. I thought everyone for me did a great job today. I didn't really do much back there. Maybe at that bounce off a penalty kill that kicks out to the slot. And with that, I thought everyone in front of me, made my job easy. Really easy. Our game isn't sexy right now. It's not fancy. Oh, it was Coach Chris Schnablock said. It's a lot of little things. That's usually the difference between winning and losing. McDavid got an empty netter. McDavid, no power play goals in that game. That was weird. Everyone had a bad power play, but yeah. We will now move on to the future predictions portion. We'll try to predict a future. No, it helps you pull up Doxon's Gmail account. So shorter podcast next week because IndyCar and IndyCar's off for Easter. NASCAR's off for Easter because of the war in Iran. IndyCar or F1 had to cancel for safety reasons. So thank you, Trump. I try not to get political about it, but I just have to talk about it. It's such an unnecessary bull, you know what, thing to do. And innocent people losing their lives because of it, and service members have lost their lives. Shouldn't even have lost their lives. But I don't want to get too political because I could go on a long rant about how unnecessary all this BS is. How good games make anti-war. But anyways, I believe Jackets don't play till tomorrow or Friday. I know they play for Carolina Hurricanes again. Yeah, they don't play till tomorrow. So unfortunately, I think the losing streak continues. And then I would take us to the Oilers first day, I believe, too. Yep. I think they can beat Chicago 3-0. That takes us to Good Friday, which I'll be off for. The Jackets and Oilers are both off. Takes us to Saturday, which let's just go to the NHL site for this. So Jets and Blue Jackets at 7. I think Blue Jackets can beat the Jets. But I think it's going to be a 2-1, and then FCC's back from international break. I think they win 1-0 over Red Bulls. And then I would take us to Easter Sunday. And both my teams are off. So, yeah, like I said, next week's podcast, it's going to be a bit of a shorter one, but that happens when I'm at my mom's watching IndyCar. But that will do it for this podcast. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Excuse me. God bless. I still believe that Jesus is Lord. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Or probably a shorter stream. So, alright, we're ending for recording.